They broke in to their data center, stole all of their servers, all of their storage systems, all of their networking switches, basically all of the equipment, including all of their data backup tapes that were on site. I don't know if you know it or not, but today is World Backup Day. I have been consulting, selling, and implementing backup and recovery and data management solutions for over 20 years. And for the past 5 years, this has been the entire focus of my career. I'm very passionate about this topic because data is the only thing in your IT organization or in your business that you can't replace by simply buying something new. You can easily go and replace switches and servers and storage and cloud services and software, and everything in the IT organization can be replaced by buying something new, but the data has been created by you and your users and has intrinsic value to you and your organization. About 15 years ago, I implemented an extensive backup and recovery solution for one of my favorite clients. The solution was pretty straightforward. It involved multiple data backup sets that then went to tape and ideally went offsite. The issue was that the client was really reluctant to want to take anything offsite. And I ended up having to get into a really long discussion with them about the value of their data and how important it is for them to take their tapes and take them offsite, take them home. Really, this discussion came down to risk and how much risk they're willing to take. This resulted in them reluctantly agreeing that they do need to take data offsite and that somebody was going to have to do it. And the risk that they were willing to take was that they wanted to have an entire offsite backup, at least at the end of every week. This way, in the event that everything is lost and Godzilla comes and attacks the city and destroys everything, worst case scenario is that they've only lost 1 week worth of work. The importance of this discussion and the importance of them taking their data offsite came to a realization one weekend, actually on a Monday. They came back into work and they realized and they found very quickly that somebody had broken into their offices, and more specifically, they broke in to their data center, stole all of their servers, all of their storage systems, all of their networking switches, basically all of the equipment, including all of their data backup tapes that were on site. So the owner of the company comes to me and brings me a tape. Actually, a set of tapes, but it was the backup set from Friday. He said to me, "I took this home on Friday. Our entire company is on these tapes." This was the beginning of how I and a team that I built was able to recover all of their systems and their data and get my client 100% operational within only 3 days. Today, a lot of us are working from home, and it's important to realize that the most valuable data that we have is the data that we just finished creating. The data you just created is extremely valuable because it's the most up-to-date, it's the most relevant data. It also is the data that you have most recently spent the most amount of time investing into creating. But is this data being stored somewhere where it's being backed up? Or maybe you just threw it on your laptop, put it in your My Documents, or threw it on the desktop and just assume that it's fine there. I mean, what are the odds that your laptop would fail, right? Whether you're just using your own data or if you're in charge of an entire organization's data, today and now is the perfect time to audit your backup. First, start by confirming what data are you backing up, and more specifically, is there any data that you're not backing up that should be? Secondly, you want to make sure that whether it's just you or the entire business, that everybody that pertains to this data is on the same page. Third, you need to make sure you have at least one offsite backup of your data. If your data is important to you, you need to make sure it's stored somewhere that can be foolproof and be restored in the event of a disaster. And fourth, and this is honestly the most important, a backup is worth nothing if a restore doesn't work. So choose a sample of some of your data. Go back to a point in time, pull up your recovery software, grab a sample of data, and restore it right now. make sure that your backup is actually working by restoring the data. If you're not going to do a restore test, you might as well not be backing up anything at all, okay? Don't be lazy, be thorough. This is your data, you can't replace it, because either a disaster is going to happen or you're going to have an auditor that's going to come and ask you to do the restore test, and you're going to want to make sure it works before the auditor comes. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel. I've got a new video coming out every Tuesday, and hit the notification bell so you get notified as soon as I upload it. And I'd love to hear from you. Give me some comments down below and let me know what you'd like to talk about next. I'm here to talk about anything you want, so I'm looking forward to hearing from you. See you next week.